Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so our next quest here, keeping with the quests that we've done inside the 12 here, would be Memory Lapse. So let's hit on this one. Now, this one, personally, I don't like. Mostly it's the end fight. I really don't like the end fight of this one. But ultimately, it is a unique, interesting quest. Basically, we enter in the mind of Tarrant, and he's supposed to be giving a speech. However, this wizard is not this. Maybe it's not this one. Oh, one of his rival wizards basically messed with his head, made him forget. So we're inside of, as they said, his memory library. And we gotta figure out what's going on. Now, throughout there are these shelved memories. I definitely recommend killing them as quick as you can, as they will constantly spawn enemies. So, like, this time it just spawned these books, the harmful thoughts. If we would have just focused on those harmful thoughts, by the time we killed them, it might have spawned another wave of them. So, I always try to kill them as fast as possible. Alright.
Whatever was in this room originally, it's now dominating.
And I just like the names of everything in here. Like, you got your multiplication tables, which can actually split when you kill them, which I find is hilarious because the tables are multiplying. Ha 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 ha. But essentially in each corner, so there's a north, south, east, and west basically that you gotta go. Each section has 2 books. One you need for a speech, and one you do not. So we got the math book.
You've found a book that can be used in speech.
So it didn't really sound too... The math book, yeah, you can use it. Alright, and then right after this air jet trap, as you see, we got a control panel. And yeah, this one, basically this one we just keep heading up. There's our shelved memories. Alright, seems I just got a direct message from somebody, which we will check out after this video. Nothing against you guys, but I do, just in case it is a private message, they may not be aware that I am currently recording, as this is my main character, so I do get tells from time to time.
On one of the tree branches, completely unconcerned with what's going
Alright,
on below.
so this one here is a joke book. When we pick it up,
You
it
found
says we found one of the books for the speech. So I'm just
all the
gonna
books in the
write that in
shelf
here.
have been found.
Save. Oh, no, it was just a what's going on type message. So what I am gonna do is add an incoming party chat. Party. That was the joke book. Outgoing, we're gonna set that to party. Alright, so we got the joke book. Actually, you know what? I can reply to him. Alright, so we got another one of those shelved memories. So as you can see, even when we approach them, they spawn in. And as you can see, each of these spawns does create, or has the potential to spawn in. Oh, sorry about that. Each one does have the potential to spawn in a Reaper, so it is another good... Oh, I am so sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Each one has the potential to spawn in a Reaper there. Alright, so next we'll head over here. Again, same thing as before. I don't know why it said that so many times. Maybe we got Dretch End?
What was once the
Alright.
library's core collection is now complete with us. This is where we stand.
So in here we actually have a large room. Uh, as you can see, broken piles of books, but we can actually range pretty much everybody in this room, which comes in very handy. They also have 2 shelves of memories here. And again, because we haven't actually gone down there, it does just let us range them. They don't really know what to do. And then we got a second shelf. Actually, just right there. But unlike the other one, we can't actually shoot the books. It seems that we can only ever shoot the books right away. Everyone else doesn't become actually active until you get closer to them. But because we've killed everything else, it's not that bad. Now on the bottom here, they will have 2 crests. And basically you just place these crests right here next to the giant book. And the book actually becomes like a little elevator. Taking us a little bit higher up. And then we just, you know, continue to progress here. Higher and across. Now this part, if you happen to fall or jump or, you know, do whatever, you will have to make your way all the way back up. However, once you get to this pad here and you select this lever, it actually drops a ladder. That way you can just climb right back up to this platform. Kind of a nice little midway. From here, you're just going to want to continue up either one of these ladders, so this one or the one right here, to get on top, allowing you to jump over. Here we have a second one of these books with another crest. This crest, as you can see, is just over there next to the cookbook. To the left of that enemy there. So here we have the cookbook, which could be used for the speech, but is not the one that we're looking for. Alright, now for this part, if you don't have the jump, I don't recommend going over there. If you do have the jump, hopefully your trapper does. As you can see, there are a couple of traps right next to the wall here. Alright, so it's only auto-searching the one. But, as you can see, there are more than one trap there. Or there is more than one. So we're just going to quickly grab these. I'm also going to call up my hireling to get a heal. They also have the secret door and a chest. Now, as you can see, the chest is locked. But again, just a simple lockpick, and you're good to go. Now, once you're done with that room, you just hop back. Or if you're still here and don't feel like you can make that jump, you just want to head back over here, place the step on the book, place the crest inside, and it'll take you up to the final area. Which again has a lever which can drop down a ladder there. This part is the final room just in here. Well, final room of this section. So we're going to drop down up this. And we got some enemies in here. Now, most of them will just sit there and attack, like, for example, our turret. The Manticore itself, the big guy, he's too big to fit through the door, so he will just sit there and range attack. If you go inside the room, you do need to actually fight him. Alright, now we got the... Actually, I'm gonna do this. Do... the central thesis.
You found the thesis for the speech. All the books in the East Wing have been found.
That was weird. Alright, so yeah, once you're done, we're done on the east. Just top down. And then it's time to leave. Alright, so we do have one down here. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna head to the west next. Ooh. I think that's either that Falcorian asking to join my group, or because I was mentioning earlier I didn't know what I was going to run for the videos. He might have been posing some suggestions there. Alright. Alright, so in here, as we can see, we got a couple of shrines. We also, right off the hop, have our shelved memories. Now they do have a second shelved memory just over there, but we're gonna finish taking out these ones here first. Kind of go after one before we go after the other. Alright, and as you can see, we can break a lot of this furniture. However, breaking it isn't actually doing anything. Oh, and we lucked out. We got both of our books down here. So we got the Index of Acquisitions.
You've found a book that
No.
can be used in
Memoirs
speech.
of an Arcane Interpreter.
You've found one of the books for the speech. All the books in the West Wing have been found.
And don't mind my horrible, horrible spelling. Alright, so we lucked out and we can actually leave this right away. Though that's not always the case. Sometimes you are forced to come up here. As such, I am going to come on up here and show you this here. Alright, so as you can see, not a lot up here. It just comes to here, and that's it. So there's nothing special. This area is not the hard one. It's kind of, meant to be more of the rest area. So they do keep it simple. Though as you see, they did have a few of those bookshelves. So if you're not killing quick enough, you could potentially have a lot spawning in on you. Alright, and finally we have the northern section. Now this is my least favorite of all the sections, because again, like, these books can randomly spawn around these areas, but you'll see why here in a second, why it's my least favorite here. So, one, they have random, well, not random, but there's the manticores there. They are spread throughout, and it is a giant maze. And in these mazes, you do have these sections here where it does have, like, the number 2. This would be the number 3, and they do have several of them. So back down to number 2. They have, ooh, that sounds like a manicore over there. And as you can see, they hit fairly fast for a decent amount of damage. Oop, he found his way around. Alright. So we've taken care of them. I'm going to first head into this one here and search because we have traps. locked chest. We also should have, if I remember, a second secret door, but that might be the other one there.
As you enter this room, you're
Yes.
suddenly struck by just how many facts and figures are crammed into
So in this one,
book,
as you can see, there's a
and
lot
just
of
how many books surround you
glowingness
on
over
every
here.
side. You can't help
What
but
happens
feel
is once you
overwhelmed
approach,
by
it
the
spawns in a
constant
giant construct, and then you just beat on it, and that's about it. As you can see, once he reaches about half hit points, he spawns in a wave of dredge, which for us, not too big of a deal, as you know, we got our turret there, and even in death, they tend to like fighting it. Alright, we got ourselves a chest. And that's it for that one. So back down 3 into 5. Mana core. We'll head out here. So here we are going to have a second optional. As you can see atop the bookshelves, we have a little pseudo dragon.
Something slumbers in the room
And just like before, once he reaches about half health, he's going to spawn in a wave of enemies. This one's not as bad, it's just those harmful thoughts, which don't hit nearly as hard, though they spawn a lot of them, and they can sometimes be annoying to hit. There we go. More than I thought. And again, it has a little chest here for us. Alright. So those are the optionals in the northern section. We do still need to find our book, though. And I think it's this corner down here. Yes. Alright, so here's another hidden path. Alright, so this one here leads to a small room with a card catalog. So we can select where to look up, try to find a book. Nothing really fair. Look for the book Fundamentals of Magic. And then here it is. It's located in row 5. And then we got to use search. So what we need to do for this one now is you got to locate row 5. So this is either what, 9 or 11. And the one we're looking for is 5. So somewhere on one of these little book tables in row 5, we're going to have a book. So we do need to do a search because they don't pop up through auto search. And once we do, it will spawn it in on one of the tables. So we're going to pick up the book here.
You've found one of the books for the speech. You've collected enough books to begin giving the speech.
Alright, so that's our last. We do still have one more book located somewhere in here. Alright. And my best guess is it's somewhere down this direction. Because we haven't actually been over here. I don't know. We have. Alright, it's right here. His journal there. So we can flip to a random page, just get some random information. Really doesn't change anything. But we can pick it up for the little bit of experience it gives. Now that we've got all these books, all that's left is to exit. Now when we do, as you can see, the bookshelf opens up. Now sometimes this actually happens before, when you're first just coming down this path. And we, however, we just kind of sped around the corner, so it didn't actually give it time to open. But yeah, so sometimes they'll come out of here, like as soon as you turn the corner, they'll spawn, and you got guys behind you. So just be aware that this is here. Alright. And now all that's left is our end fight. Now, how long and how difficult this fight is does depend on knowing which book correlates to which option. As we gotta give all four of the main books, the joke book, the central thesis, the memoirs of an arcane interpreter, and some core principles of magic. So when we talk to them, it doesn't actually say that. So the joke book was one of them. Well, 101 jokes for sorcerers. Well, the joke book was one of them. However, it does spawn in a fight for us. Now, regardless of whether it's correct or not, it will spawn in a fight. And it will allow us to partially kill the big mage up top here. Now, if we get these questions wrong, it will spawn in the wave of trash. However, you won't be able to spawn in and attack Vespar here. So, if you want to get your conquest, you do need to place in all the incorrect books before you finish placing all four of the correct books. If you just want to complete, that's what we're looking for here. So we've got a central thesis. We've got a fundamentals of magic. And the memoirs. So it's not this one. It's not arithmetical. And here's his memoir.
The guest of honor leans forward, caught up in Aaron's tale, his old school friend and their favorite subject.
Alright. So now we've got our... Let's toss another one of these right here. We've got our central thesis. And then lastly, we have the fundamentals of magic. And once everybody is destroyed, you can loot your end chest. Now again, these end chests can have some named items, but generally speaking, they're not, oh my god, rerun this. At least not for me. Like I said, depending on your build, they can be very, very handy items. Alright, well, that would be the end of this one here. Thank you guys all so much for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one, all.